guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Hey, today I'm going to give you the Italian property purchase process from start to finish in 5 minutes or less. But before I do anything, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We have so much important information and things are very, very different in Italy than what you're used to, I guarantee it. Okay, so how it works is the property purchase process goes like this. First of all, you select a property. Now, that's a little bit simplistic because you do have to actually get a hold of an agent. You do have to make appointments. You do have to go see the properties, and many times the agents can be somewhat non-responsive. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it has to do with foreign clients or what, but they can be very hard to get a hold of. That's why we basically call them up on your behalf, or we go knock on the door and say, hey, are you guys answering your phones? Sometimes we do that, and it's very effective. But also you need to know there's no multiple listing service here. So many times you have to actually go with several different agents before you find the correct property. Number two, you make an offer on the property, and you can do it two ways. You can do it with an offer letter, or you can do it with what's called a compromesso, which is the agreement to buy and sell. So it's an agreement between buyer and seller. The offer letter comes with a timeline where you're giving the seller a certain amount of time to respond. Sometimes it's as much as 30 days. I never do that. I give them 2 or 3 days max because you really don't have a lot of time when you're over here looking for a property. I don't like using offer letters for that reason, but if the agent insists, I definitely put a 2 or 3 day limit on how long it takes the seller to accept or deny your offer, because you are tied up until they accept or deny, and you could be looking for other properties at that time. A compromesso, not so much. I prefer to get a verbal agreement from the seller to actually sell the house, do a compromesso, pay the deposit, and you're all set. Once that's done, the sellers get all the documents ready. They get what's called a scheda catastale, which is updated floor plans. Very important. Make sure that the floor plans you see in the notaio's office, which we'll talk about in a minute, are exactly matching what you know the property to be. They also get the energy statement. So that can take about 30 days. Many times, if they're selling the house, they have them already set up and done. During that period, you want to get your property inspection and you want to get your title checks done. Now, a lot of times those are not really done in Italy, but make sure that your agent knows that you want to get a property inspection and that you want title checks done by an attorney. Then the date is set for the notaio's appointment. Now, you're going to pay for the notaio's fees, and they can be a little bit pricey. However, you do get to choose the notaio, and I suggest that you actually really know what you're doing when you choose the notaio. Hopefully by that time, you've already set up your WISE account. WISE is an international banking corporation, and it's recognized here, and you can do wire transfers. It makes the process so easy. We use WISE a lot because we like their fee structure and because we like the turnaround times and things like that. We've never had a problem with WISE. Now, another thing, there's no escrow here in Italy. We always ask the notaio to set up a dedicated notaio account, and that's going to cost an extra 300 to 500 euros. However, it is very secure. Otherwise, you're paying the seller directly, and that has to happen before the signing. So obviously, you want the seller as motivated as possible to show up for that signing, and if he's already got his money, a lot less motivation. So definitely get your notaio dedicated account. It is well worth the money. Then you meet with the seller and the notaio and the agent in the notaio's office and an interpreter. You need an interpreter if you're not that good at Italian or if Italian is not your native language. In that appointment, the notaio will read the entire act, which is usually 3 or 4 pages. It's really not that much. And he will show you the floor plans. You will be expected to sign the floor plans saying that they are correct. So if they are incorrect, you have no recourse. Make sure they're correct and they exactly match the property as it was represented to you. We have seen times where somebody's told by the agent, oh yeah, the garden comes with it. And guess what? It wasn't on the floor plans when they signed the act and they didn't get the garden, and there's no recourse. Then you all sign and the notaio congratulates you and hands you over the keys. Now the seller may not get paid for another 2-3 weeks because they're not paid until all the taxes are paid and all of the checks are done and everything is put to bed. You probably won't get a copy of your deed until 3 weeks after the signing. Make sure you get a certificate from the notaio that says that you have done the deed and you own the house. They'll be happy to print it out for you. There you go, guys. Hopefully that was less than 5 minutes. There's a whole lot more to the story. That's why you need us, and that's why you need our course. The details are down below.